You are going to pick a white and a purple one. And
Okay.
from that, it will determine what we're drawing today. Are you ready?
I'm ready. A doctor.
Oh, okay, great.
Playing a sport.
Oh, okay. So we are activating the non-doctor part of a doctor's brain.
Yes,
And because sports does not have anything to do with the film.
it does have nothing to do with the film.
So there you go. You know what's crazy to me about this movie is that it feels like you wrote it.
My partner and I, Roshan, worked on the script.
Okay.
Uncredited. But yes, this movie is based on a play written by Madhuri Shaker, who's a great playwright. And I will say, when I first read the play, long story, Paul Feig was trying to develop it into a TV show. And we have been friends for a while. Myself and Paul, we've gone to work together. And he was like, I read this play and I feel like the part is written with your voice in mind. And so we tried to do it. It didn't sell at the time as a TV show. And then years later, when it was becoming a movie, I really felt like it was written in my voice, which sometimes when you're lucky, it happens. And then Roshan and myself are queer. And then we were like, we have some things to add to this movie. So one of the things in the script was that I wasn't a doctor. And Roshan is also a doctor. So he's a doctor, novelist, writer, and director.
That's a lot of parts of his brain that he's using.
Yeah, I mean, I know we're in the gig economy, but this feels a little too much to me.
What is one of the most surprising things that is like directly from you that ends up in the movie?
Well, there's a lot of him, I should say, that's in there. And one of the things is that because of his 4 careers, he has really bad carpal tunnel because he's always typing and doing things.
Sure.
So a few years ago, he decided to basically write all his text via voice note or whatever.
Oh, there is voice note.
And he does it with the most, I guess when you're always texting through voice note, it's like you're saying everything like ha 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 ha, but like you're individually enunciating each thing, but it's just dead. So I just hear him go like ha, ha, ha. And so there were just moments like that. I'm like, just the most dead read of this stuff that is in the movie because of, his experience with all of that stuff.
And your character actually calls themselves out in the movie, like sounding like a psychopath, which made me laugh because it was so relatable. There's a few things in the movie that I thought were so delightfully just like little asides, such as like anxious people are better in bed. And I was like, shout out.
Yes. An iconic line that so many will feel seen and heard. I can't remember if that was in the script or that was improv from Peter Kim, one of the actors in the movie. But there was a lot of sequences with me and him. We do improv together actually too. And he ended up just, Roshan would be like, you guys just say what you want to say. And we said some really bad stuff. And then at a certain point, it was like, I think we do want our families and everyone to be able to watch this movie. So let's not go so, representation matters, but we don't need to go so filthy.
You were like, I didn't originally envision this being an X-rated film.
Exactly.
Okay, Peter.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
I think one of the amazing parts of this movie is bringing in DDLJ to it.
Yes. Did you know about DDLJ before this?
So I actually didn't.
You did. Okay.
And I only call it that out of affection because because I've seen the movie, I feel like I have the central heart of that film, which is this like 1995, super popular, plays a huge role in the film.
Yep. It's a Bollywood movie that is maybe the most popular Bollywood movie of all time, but it's still playing in a movie theater to date. It has not left since it came out 25 years ago. One single screen theater still plays in. People go every day. So it has a lot of history.
That's incredible.
And the structure of this movie is kind of similar to that. So it's a rom-com, A Nice Indian Boy, but it's a lot about the family. And that's any Bollywood love story because you can't fall in love outside your family. They must approve or disapprove. So that was the original structure of the play. And then in this movie and in the play, they reference that movie. And for this movie, without spoiling it too much, we were trying to get the rights to not only use footage from the movie, but recreate parts of it for the movie. And Aditya Chopra, who's the director of that movie, ended up giving us the rights to do all of that. So it's this really cool thing. But what's really beautiful about it is, the movie has a lot of really sweet emotion, but a lot of the emotion comes from my character feeling like he never saw himself sort of represented in Indian weddings or culture in that way, and never thought he would have the big Indian wedding because he's queer and he just didn't see that. And so a lot of those images you see in Bollywood when you're young for the first time, which is like these big lavish things. And so it was really cool in this movie to recreate that in a new light and have that image now in this movie of two men having this ceremony versus, what you've seen a million times before. So it has so many kind of meanings beyond that. But it's really funny because for the brown audience, they instantly go like, whoa, because it's just very iconic and everyone's sort of seen it. But someone asked me like, how would you describe it as an American thing? Like, what would it be equal to? And I gave this I was like, no one movie does it justice, but I was like, Avengers, Endgame, and Titanic. Wow. And Gone with the Wind. Like the cultural significance of all three in one. The super movie that's what that movie means to us. So, do with that what you will.
And if you can believe this, we're at our halfway point.
I mean, I'm finished.
You're done. So you're just adding touches.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much done.
Oh, wow. Okay, great.
I'm pretty much done, but I'm not quite done.
Okay, great.
And so the pairing of you and Jonathan is like the duo that I never knew that I needed, because the two of you are like, can we just have you like fighting crime together in the next film?
Line Hunter, I just enter that. Yeah, why not? No, he's the best. We didn't know him personally. You do the classic thing when you're trying to put a movie together. There's a dream list of actors and you submit the script to them and you hope that they read it or open it or respond to it. And he did. And Raj and I had made another movie before called 7 Days. And then Jonathan watched that. Jonathan's the best. He's not the best at reading emails. So he didn't fully read that I was attached to this movie, A Nice Indian Boy. And so he had the meeting with Rashi, the director, and he was like, I only have one note, which is the actor who was in your other movie. Like, can he be in this? And then Rashi was like, not only is he already in it, but he's also my partner. And like, there's so much happening. And then Jonathan, who loves love, just started crying, I guess, on the Zoom and was just like, then I'm in.
Oh my God.
Yes. But it was really crazy because you're trying so hard to just get a movie made, and every movie is a miracle when it happens. Yes, so you're not really thinking about like a lot of the practical stuff of like how you're going to shoot something, because you're just like, how are we going to get to the point of shooting it? So then when we eventually got to shooting the movie, a lot of the crew was like, is this going to be uncomfortable for you guys? Like, Rosh is directing you, falling in love with this person. We have a sex scene, we have proposals, we have all this stuff. And then we were like, yeah, this is kind of weird. We hadn't really thought about that aspect. But then the minute we started doing it with Jonathan, we were just so comfortable that it made it so easy, because he's just the most lovable, sweet man.
Yeah, it's funny when you take a step back though from being a creative person, especially on this scale, and then you're like, you could go to bed one night and go, I did have a sex scene with the guy from Frozen.
Yes,
that's the thing I did, and that is my life.
Jonathan is very good at sex scenes. But I'm just saying, he loves doing them. He mastered it on looking, according to him.
Okay.
And he makes everyone comfortable, whether you're in the scene, not in the scene, because his energy, and he made the intimacy coordinator more comfortable. Like he truly just arrived, and everyone was like, I feel at ease that he is here.
What? Like, where did filming this movie fall within some of these other projects of yours that I either have loved very much and was excited by, or that I'm going to love? Because it's like, you've got all the Deadpool things, and then Spider-Verse.
Yes.
Spider-Verse? Is that what's happening? Do you know what's happening? They tell you things?
Not yet, but I'm supposed to continue on. I'm supposed to start recording at some point, but not yet. No one tells you anything. I think the Spider-Verse that I was in, I think I got cast like 2 years before I did any work.
That's so funny.
It was really wild.
And you forget you've gotten cast.
No, I didn't forget.
Okay.
Because I was like, wait, I get to play Spider. Like, I was so excited. Then I kept being like, but when is it? And they were like, they're still animated. Like, they were so far. It kept getting delayed.
Dopinder's such a great is such a fan favorite, right? Yeah. At this point in your participation in those movies, do you have notes on the character ever?
I mean, I don't even get the script, but I did once. I remember before the second one, I remember having like a dinner with one of the writers, Rhett Reese, who's a good friend.
Oh, Rhett and Paul are like
the best.
Amazing.
And so I would just be like, can I just kill one person? Like that was my biggest thing because the deaths were so gruesome.
Sure.
And I was like, I just want to really, because I was like, he's simmering with anger. I was like, I just want to unleash it. And then they gave it to me in the second one when I got to run over the thing. And I just remember being like, okay, I feel full circle. Like I've completed my violent arc, which like my corruption, I've been completely corrupted by Deadpool. So that was the only thing, but there was no guarantee or any of that. I remember even for the second one, I didn't get the script till I kind of got there and didn't get all the pages. And so you're just kind of like there for what it is.
And there we go. And we do it now. So this is a doctor playing a sport.
Oh.
Tennis is great for the joints. It says.
I had so much time to kill that I did have to make it a comic thing.
So you
for CBR comic.
Perfect.
And I did change the skin tone accidentally, so it's a little bit darker here.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, that was not on purpose. That is supposed to be tennis racket. The sun. I guess it's sun and rain at the same time.
It's sun and rain at the same time. Oh my God, the symbolism. So
and,
tennis
this is a stethoscope. And this is supposed to be a lab coat, but with short shorts.
Short shorts.
Are you aware of figs?
Figs.
This is a famous medicine. Because Roshan's a doctor, I know all about medical stuff.
Okay.
But figs are sexy scrubs.
Stop
Instagram this when you're done here.
Like FIGS?
FIGS, huge company. They exploded in COVID because people were buying them as sweats.
Oh.
But they have model the scrubs, and everything is clenched and silhouetted in a crazy way. And you will never not see them in public now. When you see around LA, you'll see a lot of doctors in figs.
Okay, now this is mine.
Okay. Oh, wow.
So,
oh my God.
This
Her
is
lips are huge.
Yes. She actually, she does a little bit of work on herself.
Okay. I was going to say she seems like she practices in Beverly Hills.
Yes, she's a Beverly Hills doctor.
Plastic surgeon, maybe?
She is a plastic surgeon, and she has one of those thingies on her head. The doctor thingies that, like, I don't know the name of them. I actually have literally no idea what it's called. I'm sure it has a name.
It feels right.
We're gonna call it the Eye of Sauron. Let's just go with full Lord of the Rings.
Great.
On her head, and then she is playing softball because that baseball turned out to be fucking huge.
I was gonna say either she's very tiny because it's as big as her head.
Yeah. So my scale is totally wrong. And I would like to point to the scoreboard in which she is on the home team, and they have scored 75.
That seems high. I don't know what the score in that works, but that seems really high.
It is. It's very high, but it's all because of, hold on. It's all because of Janice Evans, Lady Doctor by day, and softball player by night. I think she's a center fielder.
Put it on NBC right now.
Right, sold.
That's a show.